Sometimes in the winter you want a touch of glow to your face, but you want a nice neutral, natural look. Next, I'm going to show you how to get this finished look. Okay, let's start the look with primer, of course. Just a dab goes a long way. You want to put this all over your face, eyes, mouth, all of that stuff. And if you have leftover, you can put it in your hair for crazy unruly flyaways, which maybe I should have used for this, but oh well. Next up, we're going to use the color Curious in the eye pigments, and this is going to just go, you'll see it's going to be like a highlighter to open up our eyes, and I'm going to put it just in the corner of my eyes. You see I grabbed a little bit and tapped it off. So just using just a bit in the corner is just going to open up our eyes. I'm using the liner shader brush to apply it and put it on both of the corners. And after we get done with that, we are going to jump into using palette number 1. So there you go. There's that highlight inner corner look that'll open up your eyes. And then my dirty palette 1 that I have. I'm going to actually mix 2 colors together to get this look, the color Sincere and Brassy. So you just kind of rub your brush into both of those. And I am putting this all over my lid. I'm pressing instead of swiping so you don't have it, because there's a little bit of shimmer in these. You don't want to have that down all over your face. And so I'll grab it again. Again, you can see how I kind of mix. I do it on both sides to make sure I have a little bit of each color, and then again all over the lid to get this look. It's a nice, natural, pretty look that you get with these 2 colors mixed together. And then after you have it all over your lid like so, then you're going to grab a different color, and I'm going to grab the color Chipper. It's the lightest brown in this palette, and I'm using the angled brush to do this because I feel like it helps you get it on a little bit good, because we're going again for more of a natural look, so we want it just on really lightly. So I'm putting the color on. You can see it goes on a little bit dark, but I am actually not pressing that hard here, pressing really lightly in order to get kind of a more neutral look. And then I wiped off my brush just a touch on a tissue to come in to blend out that brown color more into the brassy colors and give you this pretty nice blended brown. And I'm also doing something different I don't always do. You see how I swept all the way to the corner? You'll see me do it here in a second again. And that is just going to give you that brown look around the edges as well. And again, blending and then sweeping down and over after you've blended out that corner of your eye will give you a really pretty look like so. And then I am going to add in some liner. So I am using the color Proper. It's the darker brown. And again, don't worry about making small straight lines. You can do with this. Just make small little strokes to go all the way across. And we're just using that color on the top of our lid, on the liner on the top, because we're going to use this actually, and I'll show you how to do something different on the bottom. So that liner shader brush again, we're going to smudge this out because I kind of we're going for like a glowy soft look. So I want to smudge it out a little bit, but what's nice then is there is color that is actually on the brush, and you can use it for the bottom to have a just soft bottom eyeliner look. So again, smudge it out a little bit. You don't have to stretch out your eye. I just do that to show you guys. I don't know how else to do that. And then put a little bit of the color on the bottom, and that will give you a nice soft look. And then, of course, what comes next? Mascara. So I am going to grab, don't mind me while I look out the window, and I think I saw somebody coming. Grab the mascara, and of course, you're always going to start with the gel. Bring up your chin a little bit and then blink into the gel, and that makes you get a nice smooth finish on it, as well as not get it all over your eyelid after we just did that pretty eye makeup. You don't want all that stuff all over you. And then put on the fibers, and then of course we seal with the gel after those. Now, there's the finished look with the mascara. So again, gel, fibers, gel. And now we're going to finish off the rest of our face and give ourselves a little bit of a glow, because we all need that in the winter. So I'm using the concealer. I'm going to use the concealer to highlight this time. So I'm going to put it around the bottom of my eyes, and then you'll notice I'm taking it across the bridge of my nose and then back over to the other eyes. That is going to give just a little bit of a highlight on the bridge of my nose, and gives a nice little glow right there. So you'll see feathering out. Again, the brush I'm not holding really hard. I'm really light with it so that it gives a nice feather feel as you're putting it on. Don't forget about, that's something new we're doing. Don't forget about the bridge of your nose, and then go back over to the other eye and do the same thing again. Feathering, you go down and then over is the best way to get a natural look and get some good coverage, but also have it highlight and brighten up your face and make you look more awake, because that is always a good thing to do. And again, feather out on your nose too. You may look like you can totally see that right now, but once you go and put foundation on, you're not going to see that. I'm using the liquid foundation, so give it a good little shake and then grab about 4 to 5 drops on a brush. You'll kind of have to feel out what you like the most. And then dab that on to your face all over and just different areas. And then you can go back and move it around. And when you move this around with the brush, I'm using the liquid foundation brush. You want to make sure that you're not pressing extremely hard. You're pressing light-handedly again, because you want that product to actually stay on your face. You don't want to rub it in so much that it's not there and it's not giving you good coverage. So you'll do that all over your face. You can see how it starts to even out on my skin, and the highlight around my eyes doesn't look crazy anymore or anything like that. It starts to look really natural. This brush too is so soft. It's like, I'm trying to think of something very soft. It's very soft. Just know that. So it's a fun brush to use. I'm doing something different, and I put a little bit of foundation on my lips just because of the lip color I'm going to do and everything here in a moment. That's why I chose to do a little bit of foundation on my lips, because I'm going to use a lip pencil as my lip color. So up next is adding a touch more of glow with bronzer. And I'm going to use my big powder puff brush to do that. And I just grab both sides of the bronzer, and then I go in through the places that, again, the sun would hit, and then I use it to contour a little bit too. So you can make the same funny face, that's fine. And then I go along the bridge of my nose and along my jawline as well to add a little bit of contouring, and that is a quick and easy way to do it. I am using this color of blush called Sweet. It's the lightest color. I think it's a great color for winter because it's not too much, but it's just enough of a glow to give you a little not only sun-kissed look, but just call out your cheekbones a bit more. So I'm this time not just staying in the apple of my eye. I brought it up a little bit more because I'm going to come in and do something a little different here in a bit and highlight. But before we do that, I'm going to put on my pressed powder just to kind of even out all that stuff and mix it all together. Not mix it all together, but just blend it all together, and it gives you a nice finished look. And then here's my fun little winter trick. I'm going to use the color Angelic and the pigments to highlight. So I'm going to dip in a blush brush. I'm using a different one than I just used just because that one is going to have the pink on it. And I spray it with rose water. And then I'm gently going to come in, just find where your cheekbone is. And you're going to go the upper part of your cheekbone. And you're going to go right in that area. If you make it another funny face, you can find it easily. And I'm actually bringing it in above my brows too to just lighten up right there. And you can go in and feather it out a little bit. And you can see that glow right there. It's so pretty. It gives you just this nice little bit of a glow for winter. And then I take my powder puff brush, and I haven't put anything on it, but I just went in there and feathered it out a little bit to make it look more natural. Don't forget your eyebrows when you do a look like this. So I'm just going to use the color Chipper on that palette number 1 because it makes it easy and it's all in one place. And I'm using the liner shader brush again and going in and just gently filling in just small strokes is going to give you a natural look. And then I'll use the brush that has the lash comb and brow brush to brush it out a little bit more and even out where that coverage is. So again, don't forget the other side. It would look funny if you had just one done. So grab it for the other side and fill in that as well. And that's going to give you a wonderful open eye look and make you look younger too. So that is always a plus. So now we have lips. I'm going again for a nice glowy look, but natural. So I am going to use the lip color Plush to fill in. So first I'm going to use it, it's a liner. I'm going to use it just to line my lips, and you'll see how I'm kind of defining my Cupid's bow a little bit more with that. It's going to go on really well because you've put that not only the foundation but the primer on before that. And it gives this color a nice thing to adhere to. For some of you, this is going to match your lip color almost dead on. For me, it adds a little bit more of like a pinkish, purplish undertone. It'll just depend on what color your lips are naturally. Another good color to use for this would be Prudent or the color Pouty are both liners that I would recommend for that. I want to give a little bit more glow to this as well, so I'm going to use the lip gloss color Loyal and put on just a little bit of shimmer above that liner to give me that shimmery look. And then we will be finished with our winter glow look that gives you just a nice glow for the winter.